So let's talk about your first year in government contract. Like with any business, your goal is to maintain having a business. So when I first started out in 2007, 2008, I had a subcontract that was for a little less than 6 figures. And I was in heaven. I thought, oh, this is amazing. I got this contract for less than $100,000. I'm set. This is amazing. And quickly I learned about, hey, I gotta have other contracts coming in. And I didn't know about continuous sales. And so what really is important your first year in government contracting is you have to win, and you need a system to win contracts consistently. So remember, I had a contract. It was great. It was a little less than 100. I received payment every month, and then I ended up picking up some other contracts just through word of mouth. But that was it. That was like my main contract from 08 until 2013. So again, it wasn't even on my radar, but it needs to be on your radar because everyone seems to have this interest in Middleman. Okay, so you win a contract for janitorial. You win one selling, let's say, bottled water. Even if you make $100,000 on it, that's amazing. And then what? Sparkling water, 11 years sobriety. Then what? It's no different than the position I was in. So one of the mistakes that people make their first year on government contracting is that they don't know how to win. Maybe they won once, maybe they won twice, maybe they won 3 times, but it's a fluke. Another thing that you should do your first year in government contracting, and a lot of organizations miss the mark, is you gotta have your accounting set up well. Get a QuickBooks account. I think, isn't it? It's like $19. Get a QuickBooks or get a Guru or whoever is the hot platform. Get that platform. Get that, because you're going to need to create your invoices in that platform, and then you more than likely you're going to have to submit them to Wide Area Workflow, IPP, or another platform. What to sell. So here's what I suggest that you do. You ask yourself, what do you like doing? What are some things that you're comfortable doing? Number 2 is you got to find the NAICS code. So you want to find NAICS NAICS code. I'll give you guys the link for it. So yeah, you're into speech pathology, but maybe you really enjoy selling lawn service. Or I met somebody who really is interested in gravel and doing things with roads. Okay, that's beautiful. Then bid on those things. Then what you do is you go into Sam.Gov, go on Unison, and you can go on other state and local websites and you look for opportunities and you bid on them. We get comfortable. We get really comfortable. When is there a micro purchase, and do you still add your profit? So one of the misconceptions out there is that there's this magical website or portal for micro purchases. So let me just break down business basics. You need this. I buy it at $5. I charge you $10. So when I enter the price, it's $10 for this. You can apply that to janitorial, pest control, staffing, roofing, gravel. The concept works the same. A micro purchase just means that typically it's like under $10,000. There's no place to go. There's no magic bullet. Usually I found that micro purchases occur because they already know us. The other thing about your first year in government contracting is you want debrief. You want to get feedback. And this is one of the topics that's going to be covered in the proposal writing class. You're going to have winning proposals. I'm going to go over some proposals and why they didn't win. I'm going to go over different types of proposals. I'm going to go share my own personal debriefs with you all. So what's the best way? You have 3 business days to request a debrief after you find out you didn't win. That is why it is so important when you are bidding on things on Sam.Gov that you log in and you click follow, because if you wait too long, they're not going to give you a debrief. And the debrief varies. I asked for a debrief. We lost this work in Italy. It was definitely rigged, and all he did was just restate who won, and then 2 of us did. I mean, okay. But then there are debriefs that we have that are very detailed. So it always varies. The other thing about the first year in government contracting is you're going to learn like what to do. So I know I've seen a lot of comments, I don't really know what to do. I'm just getting started, or I've had a cage code. Now what do I do? Here is what you do in a nutshell. Number 1, we're about finance. Financial abundance. That's why we're here. We're not here to lose money. We're not here to give contracts back. We are here to make money, okay? Next thing, because it begins with mindset. If your mindset is not in the right position or the right place, you're not going to win anything. Trust me, I know. I had so much scarcity, so much fear, so many things. Even now I'm going through stuff. Like, y'all, I was a mess today. I cried so much between last night and today, my face hurts. And my face is cute, so okay, we got this one. We are constantly learning, right? Very apropos. Because when you're first year in government contracting, you're still learning. I've been doing this since 07, 08. I'm still learning. You're constantly learning. Character building moments. There are times in life when circumstances make you feel anger, despair, or out of control. Remember though, you always have control over your mind, your thoughts, and your feelings. Breathe deeply and don't let any external circumstances take away your inner peace. Ask yourself, why does this situation bother me? What is the lesson here? What can I heal here? I think this card was for me. There are character building moments that make us who we are. Learn to embrace them as such. So when it comes to government contracting in your first year and what to do, learning what are the things that are needed to win a contract, making sure your mindset is positive, and if it turns negative, that you ask yourself these questions. Why does this situation bother me? What is the lesson here? So instead of, oh man, I called this contractor and now they're bidding against me, they stole my contract. What's the lesson? Look them up on Sam.Gov before you call them. Man, I won a roofing contract and the vendor didn't show up. They were terrible. Have a backup. What's the lesson? So these are really important things. Look, a lot of people put fear out there. This is the other thing about your first year in contracting. There's so much fear, especially in the States. I can't explain this enough to you. I don't watch news. I'm watching the show on Netflix. I don't know what it's called, something 8, just because I cried so much and I was so emotional today. I was like, I need something. And so my point is, a lot of people push fear out there. Oh, pass through, or you're gonna go to jail, or you can't subcontract, and you gotta do this. And so Matt, my book, I don't think the book covers that, to be quite honest. Get a copy, and if you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. winnerswaybook.com, just do that. But all you gotta do is manage it. When you win a government contract, whether the person becomes your employee, your subcontractor, however they're situated, you have to manage the work. So here's how it works, and this is also another thing you learn your first year in government contracting. When you bid on an opportunity, you are the prime. The contract is in your name. Whoever does the work could be an employee, 1099, vendor, sub, whatever word you want to use, okay? You can also subcontract to a company if you desire. 4 years ago, I was not in a good situation. Now with my personal life, now with my health, now with my wellness. And it was actually 5 years ago, like right before COVID. I remember when all of that happened, I was flying back from Colorado. And I remember just thinking this is my life. My life is eating crappy food, getting food delivered, sitting on a couch, watching television, and just not doing anything with my life. And I just thought that was it. And get this too. Now you may not believe in this, so I understand it might be a stretch. So then I had this reading once by a woman who looks at your past lives. And she was like, Kizzy, in all your past lives, basically she was like, you're miserable, you're with a man and you're miserable. There was one past life where I was royalty, but then this other party came in, I was in jail. But I was like, damn, generations of me being miserable in this life. And she didn't know anything about what was going on in my personal life. But I always thought about that. I thought about that a lot. I thought, man, this is my destiny to be miserable. This is it. And oh no, y'all, it's 2. Oh, the one is a big chunky possum and the other one is all small and cute. Oh. So I have a window here. I live in Tulum, Mexico. And there's jungle on the side and swings. So it wasn't until 2023, 22, 20, especially 23, I started putting in all the work. I mean, a lot of work, y'all. Talking inner child, inner teen, getting all kinds of readings, changing everything, dropped men's. I started to love myself, being so confident. And then I moved here to Tulum and damn, everything changed after that. Everything has changed. And all along the way, I was still in government contracting. So I want you to know that even in your first year of this or your first 3 months, when you look back 4 or 5 years, you're gonna say, man, I can't. Look at what I've accomplished. Look at where I am. Look at what I'm doing. You're creating that financial abundance. That's how I'm able to live here. I still have my place in Miami Beach. That's where I vote. I have my apartment in Michigan. I have my rental properties. I plan on doing so much more. And so I just want you all to know what is possible. And this isn't just some stuff for me. It's about you can change your life, not just with government contracts, but in other places. What people often say to me is, oh, I think it's a scam. But also that has to do with us as individuals and our upbringing. If you lived in an environment or you were in a situation where things seem too good to be true, or you're constantly on eggshells, or people talked in that fashion, like, oh, that's a scam, that's a scam, that's a scam, then you're going to think it's a scam instead of looking at it like a blessing. Chioma, for janitorial's you gotta go low. You're gonna have to pay the people like minimum wage and add on a couple dollars an hour. So if minimum wage is $7.25, you may be billing 10, maybe billing 15. I look at it the hourly, and you're gonna have to find some people on like Craigslist. Yeah, fasting is beautiful. Okay, y'all, this is definitely time to go to bed. I adore each and every one of you. Thank you for everything. Check out all my offerings. I'll put, Sam.Gov, it's gonna be in a week. I'll be back next Sunday. I'm gonna be hustling it. Cause you listen, next Sunday we could sell potentially 100. And then y'all get the live webinar with me will begin. Thank you all. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do what I need to do. Thank you. You're amazing. Everything is possible. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button.